Hey everybody, I wanted to come on here and give you a little update about how my experience with misoprostol, the hysteroscopy, and the following ultrasound went. So on Tuesday was my hysteroscopy, and I was instructed to take my misoprostol on Monday evening. I had heard a ton of stories about misoprostol, and all of them were bad. They were all horror stories. So I waited until the girls were in bed and I took it. About 30 minutes after, there was nothing going on, so I hopped on Facebook and I asked a couple different places when everybody else's side effects started happening. And I got answers from 2 to 4 hours after taking the misoprostol. So I waited, I turned on a movie and relaxed a bit, and nothing was going on. So I went to my room and I called my husband. He was out of town. And we talked for a while, and still nothing was going on. I went to bed really late. I hadn't had any side effects happen at that point. At about 3:15, I woke up. One of the girls needed something, and I needed to go to the bathroom. So I did the things I needed to do. I crawled back into bed. As I was falling asleep, I could feel my uterus contract, but it didn't hurt. So up until this point, from between 6:30 and 7:30, and then till 3, I really hadn't experienced any side effects with the misoprostol. Now, when I say I could feel the contracting, that's pretty typical of me. When I get my cycle, I don't get cramps. I get some back pain. I don't get cramps, but I can feel the lining shedding. So it's a very strange feeling, but it doesn't hurt me. I don't cry. It was kind of a similar feeling. I could feel the uterus contracting, but it didn't hurt. At that point, I figured since it wasn't hurting, I would just go back to sleep. Went back to sleep. The girls had school on Tuesday, which was kind of nice. When I woke up, I was not in any pain. There was nothing really big going on, except I was tired, partly from going to bed so late, partly because of misoprostol. As I found out, that was one of my side effects, was it made me a bit tired. And my balance was off. So I looked that up, and that was something that I saw other places was dizzy and balance issues. So my balance was a little bit off, but nothing big. I could still clean and whatnot. Got the girls off to school. I took another couple hours to rest and sleep because I was so tired. And then when I woke up, I did some cleaning, did some stuff around the house. My balance was off all day, but it wasn't something like I was bumping into walls. It was just kind of, I had to be a little bit more careful. When the girls got home from school, I put them down to take a nap. My aunt came over to watch them because I knew that since it was a procedure, they would not be allowed in the room with me. She came and watched the girls. I went to the appointment, and they took a pregnancy test. It was negative. They got me ready. I lay down on the table. They put forceps in, and my doctor took a look and said, you know, your cervix isn't quite where I want it to be. Misoprostol had done its job, just it wasn't quite where they wanted it to be. So they were going to give me a shot. Now, up until this point, I did not know there could possibly be a shot, and I got kind of freaked out. But I am really freaked out by needles. So she said, you know what, we're going to give you something that you're not going to feel it. It'll be okay. I shouldn't have told you, but I had to tell you, and I will have to show you the needle. And I was like, no, don't show me the needle. Out of everything, that is the one big thing. Don't show me the needle. I don't care. I get it. I have to get a shot, whatever. And she said, well, I have to show you. I was like, okay, we'll work something out. So that the nurse sprayed something onto my cervix that basically numbed it. It was a local anesthetic. It tingled a little bit. It was cold, and they told me it would burn, and it kind of got warm, but it didn't really burn. And then she said, okay, I'm going to show you the needle. And I went, okay, you show me. She goes, here it is. I said, oh, okay, that's cool. She gave me the shot. I could feel the pressure, but it didn't hurt. My big thing is seeing the needles. Getting shots hurts. Getting blood taken hurts. I don't like it. It makes me woozy. But at the same time, it's mainly the needle is the big thing. So then we got started. We waited a couple minutes for my cervix to ripen a little bit more, and we got started. She put the scope in, and right away she said everything was looking good. She went and saw my tube openings, and she said I have gorgeous tube openings. At some point she told me I could record it, so I recorded some on my phone, but because it was my phone with the screen, there was like light going across, which I'll insert a clip at the end.
Okay, so the camera was a better idea. Okay. So there's the uterus, okay, sweetheart? So what is it?
That looks so weird.
So it's basically, so there's the top of the uterus, okay, Catherine?
Okay.
Right there. And then you see that tubal opening?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one tubal opening. Let's see if I can focus that.
Oh, it doesn't, my phone won't focus much.
No, I can focus with the...
Well, my phone, because of the light from the screen, it like has lines across it.
That's the one in. Oh, yeah. She has beautiful tubal openings, Jenny. Yeah.
Oh, yay!
That's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, the cavity looks almost empty. This is just fluff, sweetheart. See, Jenny, can you show her that? Yeah. That's what we call fluff. Nothing worrisome. That's all part of the... So that's a really good picture. I'm happy with that picture. So my tube openings look really good, and there's no polyps, no fibroids. My uterus looks really great, and there was a little bit of fluff, but I asked her to take that out if she could, and she said, yeah, sure, no problem. So she took out the fluff, which is totally normal, like buildup from your cycle, and then she took a look at my cervical canal, and my cervical canal looks good. So everything went great. She told me I would bleed for about a week and that I would probably be pretty crampy and in pain for the rest of the night. But to take out the fluff, she had to do a uterine biopsy, basically. And she told me that was really, really going to hurt. And so I sat there and I kind of grabbed onto the table and I winced. And then she started and I was like, when is it going to start? When is it going to hurt? And she goes, this is what most women are really hurt by. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, I mean, I can feel it, but it doesn't hurt. So no big deal. She was like, wow, you have a really high pain tolerance. And I said, hopefully that'll be good for labor. But other than that, it really didn't hurt. I had no problems. I did bleed for about an hour afterwards, and then it slowed to spotting. I spotted for a few hours afterwards, about for the rest of the night, and then the spotting pretty much stopped. I have spotted here and there since then, but it's only when I wipe. There's a little bit on the toilet paper, and it's really like brown and minimal, so I'm not worried about it. I did rest for the rest of the night. It was really kind of unnecessary. I wasn't in any pain. I didn't have any cramping, and I'm so glad that I drove myself there and back. They suggest that you have somebody drive you, and I really debated it, and I'm really glad that I didn't, because it would have been ridiculous to have somebody drive me there and back. I just wasn't in any pain at all. A little bit tired the following morning, still from the misoprostol leaving my system, but other than that, all was fine. I had my ultrasound the following day to make sure that my lining was good and to make sure that I had no cysts in my ovaries. I don't have any cysts in my ovaries. And my lining looks good for this point in my cycle. So we are all good to go. I sent the information that I have onto my IVF clinic, and they said I'm good to start Lupron on Monday, and I'm super excited. So we're there. We're all good to start IVF, and I am just super excited. Everything's going pretty smoothly at this point. Now we're just waiting on the official reports from the hysteroscopy to be able to fill out the paperwork for the system that does the 2-in-2 package deals. So I'm still working on weight loss. I'm at about 183, so I'm about 4 pounds down. And I was at 182, and then I just kind of went back up to 183 and a half, and I've gotten back down to 183. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, I think the 24th, I think, or the 27th, one of those days is the day that I have to stop working out intensely. So hopefully I can lose another couple pounds before then, and we'll be in really good shape. So that's it, and I will update you guys more once I start injections. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.